Hi, my name is Simon Lurie.
My name is Namin Didyala.
And my name is Pravir, but
Together, we're presenting an interactive game that uses Flask and OpenAI. Flask is a lightweight web framework for Python used to build web applications and APIs, provides essential tools like routing to map URLs to specific functions, template rendering to dynamically create HTML pages, and easy integration with extensions for tasks like authentication or database management. In our case, we'd be using it for database management. Flask is known for its simplicity and flexibility, making it ideal for small to medium projects or quick prototypes. Next up, we used OpenAI APIs. An API is a set of rules that allows software applications to communicate with each other. Our API uses AI-powered language models like GPT 3.5 Turbo into our application. With our API, you can generate text, have conversations, or process natural language through simple requests where users send prompts to the API and it responds with AI-generated content. Combining Flask with OpenAI API lets you create interactive applications like chatbots or content generators. In our case, we used an API key from OpenAI, which allowed us to access OpenAI's models through the API and build applications that generated text, images, and code, as you can see in our Python code right there in line 6.
Now let's talk about game data and core gameplay. Game data. Game underscore data. This is like the game's memory. It keeps track of important things. Where you are, this could be the village, the forest, a dungeon, etc. Your inventory. A list of all the items you've collected, like a sword, a key, or a magic potion. Quests. The task you need to complete, like finding a lost treasure or defeating a monster. Who you've met. A record of the characters you've talked to. Your stats. How much health, strength, and magic you have. Core gameplay. Interactive underscore game. This is the brain of the game. This is where all the action happens. It reads your inputs. When you type something, like go north or talk to the blacksmith, this part reads what you wrote. Updates the game. It changes the game based on your actions. For example, if you type go north and you're in the village, the game will update your location to the forest. If you find a treasure chest, it will add the treasure to your inventory. Generates responses. It uses OpenAI to create the story that you see on the screen. For example, if you enter the forest, OpenAI might generate a description like, you step into the dense forest, sunlight flittering through the leaves. The air is thick with the scent of pine needles and damp earth. Handles combat. If you encounter an enemy, this is the part that simulates a fight, calculating the damage and determining who wins.
okay, so now that my partner Numan has talked about the app.python file, I'm going to be talking about the HTML, which actually is the front end of the website. So, firstly, I want to start off with start.html. This is what the user is going to see as soon as they open the website. So we see title and heading is interactive adventure game, and we have a story. It's basically a story update. So the game is like a choose your own adventure game. So the front page is gonna show story updates, at the beginning. So you can see we have also a class for inventory, which is gonna be towards the bottom of the screen, and much more like a submit and what will you do label. Now we can talk about the blacksmith. So the blacksmith, just like the storyteller and woods HTML files, are places that the generative AI may take you if you talk about it. So if anyone were to talk about going to the blacksmith, the um OpenAI generative model will say something that it created from like OpenAI and AI language learning model, and it will basically and essentially take you here. So for blacksmith, you can see headers and paragraphs talking about blacksmith. Same for storyteller and for woods. Now over here in the static folder, you can see all of our battle images and MP3s, and this is really what's going to shape our game. So now that we have that out of the way, let me run an instance of our program with Flask. So if I type in Python 3 app.py, what this is going to do is going to use Flask to basically generate our website on a local server. So as I'm hitting enter, what it's doing right now is that it's taking our website and our code and it's going to turn into a local server that we can access easily. Now it's going to come in at, like the link is going to come in as some form of an IP address because it's a local server. So the local server is right here. We can just follow the link. And once we follow the link, it takes us to our interactive adventure game. Now, this game, if I go next, it'll say that you have a couple of options at the beginning. You can go to the forest, talk to NPCs, accept quests, or visit the market. Now, say I would like to accept a quest. Now, if I want to accept a quest, then the generative AI will create a quest for me. Over here it says the village of Karmar was a peaceful and prosperous community, and so on and so on. And after emerging victorious to continue their journey. Now, I can go to the forest, accept or the market or talk. Now, say I want to go to the forest. Now I see a nice background and images, and if I go next, I can explore, fight, or return to the village. Now, say I want to fight. If I were to fight, you can see a really loud and nice thing coming up and a nice background. Now OpenAI created this play-by-play for the fight that's happening. And now say I'm done and I want to return to the village. I'm back to the village and I can just go wherever I want all over again. Now, what I'd like to do now is a really good function we have, and it's called restarting our game. So if I click this button right here called reset game, then I can see like the game reset. I can restart it with this button and it says your final inventory. Now we didn't play anything, so we don't have a final inventory. I can click restart the game though, and it'll restart right back up. So my name is Pravir Brahma, my teammates Naman and Sai, and we're really happy that you were here to listen to our presentation. Thank you so much.